In NASCAR, drivers winning a race is hard. To see them even go 2 straight is incredible. 3 straight is unprecedented, but 4 straight. 4 straight's that legacy that you want to get, that you want to receive. In this video, we're going to break down some of the drivers that almost went 4 straight and never did. After Noah Gragson took the checkered flag at Texas on September 24th, 2022, while I'm recording this video, I just want to talk about other drivers in the Cup Series mainly who almost went 4 straight, but their luck ran out. In 2018, Kevin Harvick won 8 times in his second season in a Ford. Early in the season, Harvick won at Atlanta in the second race of the season, then backed it up with a victory at Las Vegas and in the 4th race of the season at Phoenix. After the Flexgate controversy at Vegas, he proved why he was a championship favorite early in the season. Going into the fifth race of the season, 2018, Harvick was looking to do something that hasn't been done since 2007 with Jimmy Johnson. Going into the 5th race of the season at Auto Club, everybody was wondering who could end up snapping Harvick's streak today. Going into the race, Kevin Harvick qualified 10th at Auto Club, and even in practice and qualifying, he did look very, very strong. Early on, Harvick was working his way up to the lead of Martin Truex Jr. and the defending champion. With 23 laps to go in stage number 1, Kevin Harvick made himself all the way up to 3rd. While NASCAR on Fox was doing this little NASCAR tracks thing, Kevin Harvick did get an incident when they came right back. Kevin Harvick wrecked, which took out him any chance of him having a bid for 4 straight. This is obviously devastating, and to this day, Kevin Harvick is yet to go 4 straight.
And then the 42 comes up. They make contact. It turned the 42 sideways into the 4 Harvick, and he made heavy contact with the outside wall.
Yeah, that right front took a lick. I'm going to say, Mike, that was just one car went down a little bit and one car came up a little bit. I don't know if I could put a blame on either guy.
I'm not exactly sure why Harvick came down at all.
As we go from Happy Harvick, we go to Rowdy Busch. As a part of the Big Three, Kyle Busch captured his first victory of the season in the 7th race of the season. He capped this off with a win at Bristol and the following week with a dominant performance at Richmond. Entering the 10th race of the season in the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series, they went to Talladega, Alabama for the second speedway race of the season. Kyle didn't qualify as good as he wanted with an 18th starting spot at the beginning. It being 2018 with the speedway package, it ended up being a whole lot of train racing. Late in stage 1, Kyle found himself in 4th position with a Toyota teammate in front of him and a Toyota teammate behind him. With no run coming, stage 1 ended with the 2 of Brad Keselowski winning and Kyle Rowdy Busch finishing 4th. With one of his teammates having a problem on pit road, it left Kyle manufactureless on the restart. Later in the stage, his manufacturer teammate Truex Jr. wrecked, sending Martin to the back once again. With less than 30 laps to go, Kyle went to the top lane working with the 48 and the 31. He seemed to be going nowhere. He was stuck in 8th or 9th. Eventually, the high lane took the lead, but it was all pretty much for naught. Later, the bottom stayed the best lane. Ending the stage, Paul Menard got the playoff point while Kyle Busch finished stage 2 in 10th. With less than 45 to go, Kyle came down for a 7-second splash and go. With 23 laps to go, running 16th, the big one hits, taking out some heavy hitters like Keselowski. Kyle gets involved. Fox failed to show Kyle's car. If you look closely, Kyle got spun by the 62 and probably retired during it, but no heavy contact. While Jimmy Johnson, William Byron, and Paul Menard all go running, you can see the 18 barely get up there, and you can see off the corner of the video where his car in the shadow turns around. If you look at the top left of the screen, the 18 barely gets clipped by the 62. That's the best footage that Fox showed all day. The rest of the race is just more boring train racing, and Joey Logano to the checkered flag. Kyle Busch ended up crossing the line 13th, and it ended his chances of getting 4 straight victories that season. Going from the year 2018, we're going to have to go to the year 2019, where Kyle Larson was on a string of almost going 4 straight. But first, we got to mention, in 2020, Kyle Larson got fired from his team Chip Ganassi Racing for saying a racial slur in an iRacing event during the shutdown. Having to wait for another opportunity, and Jimmy Johnson was set to retire for 2021, Rick Hendrick sealed the deal. In October of 2020, when Kyle Larson got reinstated by NASCAR, Rick Hendrick signed him to run through 2021. And the season looked up as he got his first win early on in the season and sealing a victory at Las Vegas for the first time in his NASCAR Cup Series career. But there was multiple races where he came up just short. After finally figuring out how not to choke to Mark Truex Jr., he started the longest race of the season on the pole. He led 327 to 400 laps en route to his second win of the season. Then backed it up with a battle with his teammate Chase Elliott and won at Sonoma for the very first time in his NASCAR Cup Series career. Kyle did go on to win the All-Star race, and I know that counts as a third win, but it doesn't count as a points-paying win as it is the All-Star race and it's only for money, so yeah. Then he went on to win yet the very next points-paying race in Nashville in dominating fashion. After Nashville, NASCAR Cup Series headed to Pocono. For the first time all year, this will be a back-to-back races, a Saturday and Sunday doubleheader. Kyle Larson came in with the last 3 wins. The race was tame and full of pit strategy, but at the end of the stage 1, it was another Kyle. Kyle Busch won stage 1, while Kyle Larson had settled with third-place finish. Larson came into pit road third and exited P2. Yet some drivers who pitted before the stage ended up staying out, being Joey Logano, Tyler Reddick, Kurt Busch, Chastain, Wallace, Blaney, Truex Jr., and more. Larson had a restart 16th, but him and Kyle Busch certainly found each other and they had a battle for eventually what would be the lead. With the green and white flag coming out, Kyle Larson would have to come runner up once again in the stage and finish right behind his old teammate Kurt Busch. With less than 40 to go, Kyle Larson came down for 4 fresh Goodyear tires and fuel and came onto the radio saying the car is the best right now and gave his entire crew confidence towards the end. With 24 laps to go, a caution came out for debris on the racetrack. With Alex Bowman staying out, it put him in the catbird seat to win. Larson and Bowman battled lap after lap after lap. Eventually, with 4 laps to go, Kyle Larson got the lead, and started to widen up the gap. With 1 lap to go, Larson, all he had to do was keep it clean for one more lap around Pocono to add his name to the 4 other legends who have went 4 straight. Coming to the final corner, his tire gave in. He pushed it way too hard. He smacks the wall, and Alex Bowman comes around to get his 3rd win of the season. Larson was a corner away from making NASCAR Cup Series history.
Kyle Larson trying to join the legends of NASCAR. Only 8 before him have ever won 4.
Oh, he's got a flat tire. The left front tire's flat.
It's down. He's going to go into the wall. Kyle Larson into the wall. The 48 of Bowman's going to get by him. A flat tire for Kyle Larson. And now Alex Bowman is going to win at Pocono.
Unbelievable.
All of these drivers have came close to matching guys like Jimmie Johnson, Dale Earnhardt, Harry Gant, and Jeff Gordon. Jimmie Johnson was Superman. Harry Gant was named Mr. September. And Jeff Gordon was in a heated championship battle with Mark Martin at the time. With this new next-gen body and the lack of just one guy dominating the season, this lets me wonder, will we see a driver come close to this ever again? Leave your comments down below. And if you will, please leave a like, subscribe for more, and until next time, have a good one.